Hi everyone, I'm Barry Stagner, and this is his channel Newsbreak. The marriage of worshipers who transition to a different gender will still be valid according to the Church of England. The position extends only to worshipers who were in an opposite-sex relationship at the time of their marriage at clarified. The clarification was made in response to a question asked by Prudence Dailey, churchwarden of St. Michael at the North Gate, Oxford, ahead of the General Synod in York. It was one of over 100 questions to be answered by senior church leaders on the opening day of Synod on Friday. In written questions and answers published ahead of the first day of business on Friday, Ms. Dailey asked, given that the Church of England's teaching about marriage is that it is a lifelong and exclusive union between one man and one woman, if one person in a couple undergoes gender transition, has consideration been given as to whether they are still married according to the teaching of the Church of England? The written reply from the Bishop of Newcastle, Christine Hardman, says in response, the Pastoral Advisory Group considered this question in the context of one specific case, and I cannot comment here on the personal circumstances involved or draw a general theological principle from a single instance. Ms. Hardman is expected to say, however, we noted two important points. When a couple marry in church, they promise before God to be faithful to each other for better or for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, come what may. Although we preach compassion if they find this is too much to bear. Secondly, never in the history of the church has divorce been actively recommended as the way to resolve a problem. We have always prioritized fidelity, reconciliation, and forgiveness, with divorce as a concession when staying together proves humanly unbearable. In light of those 2 points, if a couple wish to remain married after one partner has transitioned, who are we to put them asunder? The Church of England is in the middle of a review into its position on relationships, sexuality, and gender identity called Living in Love and Faith. Saturday afternoon's Synod agenda has been given over to deliberating the progress of that review. Video footage purportedly shows the American Civil Liberties Union, or the ACLU, instructing teachers on progressive sexual education and gender theory in cooperation with California school districts and Planned Parenthood. The video, released by conservative organization Our Watch and published June 26, depicts ACLU staff attorney Ruth Dawson, according to Our Watch, instructing teachers on how to help students obtain abortions without parental knowledge or consent. The video generated no local or national media coverage until a tipster alerted the Daily Caller News Foundation. Dawson also instructed teachers on how to explain to these students absences to parents, how to forbid parents from opting their children out of LGBTQ education classes, and more. They discuss gender roles, the gender spectrum, and in the support materials, they take it even further. They discuss everything, topics like role-playing for different genders. If I were to show that material to a child, I would be brought up on charges, Murrieta School District parent John Andrews said. But somehow, our public schools are allowed to teach this to junior high and high school kids. Our Watch president, Pastor Tim Thompson, told the Daily Caller he published the video after uncovering several instances of the progressive agenda through undercover work. Thompson added that they were spurred by the California Board of Education passing legislation in May enacting compulsory sex and gender education. Well, we know in the last days, immorality is going to be rampant around the world, as well as the indoctrination into the beliefs of the earth dwellers, as they're reported in Revelation, giving us today's reminder to keep looking up.